So hello guys, welcome to our channel K in Tech. This is K. As we already discussed, like we have started our HTML series. So previously we had given an overview like what is full stack and what are the terms which we are supposed to know before going to this development feature. And also we have started our front end series. So we begin with our HTML series, which was started in the last session. So this is the previous overview, like what we have discussed, like what is the basic structure of HTML and body, head tags, and other tags. So we have started our HTML development. So today, in as I already said, like we don't go in a theoretical manner. So we have some hands-on experience in each session. So today we are going to discuss like what actually the login form was. So we will create a login form in this particular session. So firstly, we are supposed to create one file like login.html. Right. Yeah, so we had created our first page like login.html. So as I am aware, like you are aware, like we had some extension which we are supposed to install before working this particular HTML. So it would be some ease for us to develop. So firstly, we will run this particular page. We will do on the local host servers so that it would be easy for rendering each time. Okay, this one is started. Yeah, so before going to the discussion, like let me introduce myself once again. So welcome, this is our page like K Tech. So we will give an overview like what is full stack development, man stack, and also some educational stuff which you can see further after this particular video. So coming to our course, like we are starting with our empty document as we done in the previous class also. So firstly we are supposed to change the title of this particular document. So it will be like login page. Yeah, so you can see like we had renamed our page like login page. And coming to the content, firstly we are supposed to have some heading. So let it be h1 login page. Yeah. So it was a login page which was pretty good. And coming to the so in any login page there was a particular form where the users were supposed to give those inputs to the application. So we are supposed to create one form firstly. So in HTML there was tag called form. So through this form tag we can create a form. Inside that we can add, and also here the action is like what was the particular path in which this particular login form will send to, which was actually on the backend. So as of now we are not concerned with this particular thing, but it will also have the tags like some attributes like action and also method. These are the two tags which are two attributes which we can learn further also. So basically this action will says like where the data of our form will go. Like if we are giving this as some slash login, and also here we will give some method like post. So what this actually says like whenever we submit this particular form button, submit button in this form, then it will go to the backend page like login, the functionality which we had given in our backend. It will redirect to the particular login page, and also here the method is post. We can also view it in our channel. We had posted already a video on the cloud operations and also HTTP methods where you can learn about the post, get, and others also, get, put, post, and others. So which was out of topic. So we are on our beginning page. So we are not concerned with all the things. So firstly we had created our empty login page and there was nothing in the content. We had an empty form also. So firstly we can take some inputs like input These are the available inputs like input button, input checkbox, input color, input date, date and time login, email and others also. So we can basically take in rough input like input type text only so that it will be helpful for giving the username and password. Yeah, so here we can see like there was an empty field which was appearing here so that we can type anything we want. Yeah, so we can type anything we want and also, but here there was nothing like a label for this particular input. So firstly we are supposed to create one label for what was this input. We are creating label for this particular input, so we are naming it and also something like username call. Yeah, if we say we can see like, yeah, you can see like here we have username label and this input for this particular label, and also for anything it was supposed to have some password also for login. So we are taking another label like it for password. So we are taking like password, and if we say that we can see like here we have username and then empty field where we can text box actually, and also after that we have password. Yeah, so after taking the label we can also take the input, like input type is actually password. Yeah, so you can have a doubt like why not a simple text page like text box that to be even for this username. So for that you can see like here we can give like k, this was the username, and coming to the password whatever I type like it was actually in this particular dot format so that anyone can't view. If we are taking this particular type as text, then it would be issues like password breach, and also whatever we type here it would be visible to other users also, which was not a quite good process. So we will neglect that particular thing. And also for any particular login page there would be some button to give these inputs, so we are also taking the button submit. Yeah, so this is basically our login page, but there was no particular alignment and also everything was stacked in this particular horizontal way, so which was not quite good. So in HTML there was a tag like BR tag, it stands for break, so that whenever we put an BR tag between two HTML elements, it would trace back to its next line. So if we are aware of this coding and all, you will have something like slash n. The working of this particular break tag also works in the same manner. So another break tag, if you can see like, yeah, I forgot to say. Yeah, you can see like username and it have next line the input table and also input tab, and below there was password. Yeah, so here you can see like everything was basically in an vertical manner, so which was somehow quite better, but everything was stacked in the nearby places, so it was not quite good. So let it be like we will remove this particular username label space and also this particular break tag, so that everything will be stacked side by side, and also we will add another break here and here, so it would be visible like something like this. So it was quite beautiful, but also there was many things we can also made like Here we have username, but we want our username to be bold. So that firstly we can add another tag like strong. So inside the strong we can also add our username so that it would be bold. Yeah. So you can observe like our username was in the bold, but it was not quite optimal to see and also not easily visible. So we can neglect this particular thing. And also I don't think so. We are actually in our initial pages, so we don't have anything like CSS and all. We will learn in our further classes, but actually we can also add CSS for these particular forms. But as of now, we are not concerned with that. So we have some paddings, margin, and everything on this particular CSS session. So if we want to take this login page in the center of our page, then we are supposed to add another tag like center. So let's cut this out. Can actually place there and some internations and all, which was not quite required, but we are software engineers now, so we are supposed to have these particular internation habituate and all. So yeah, we got our page in the center and also quite good. Like, but there was nothing like borders and everything, so we can add legend, LEG, and we can cut this out also. Yeah, we can also add legend and everything also, but here it was not working. It was basically in the center and all, so it was not working. But we can add that also, or else we can embed this particular HTML tag in this, that is cut it out and place this in a division. So yeah, I forgot to say like there was another tag like div, it stands for division. So this div is basically represents a small part of a document. So we will place it here and a little bit formatting also so that it would be beautifully visible for the users. And inside this div we can add something like, yeah guys, that's all. So this is basically our login page and also which was beautifully visible as of now. So if we can see this localhost page, like whenever we had filled, we don't have validation so far, but whenever we submit this particular click button, it will redirect to slash login page, which was basically the beauty of this particular HTML form. So we can add something like method, sorry, action, which redirect to this particular slash login tab. So it was basically works in that particular such way. And as of now for this session, it's up to mark. We had completed our basic login page, and now for other sessions we have to add something like CSS, some basic CSS stylings, which would make our login page more realistic. And also we can add something redirect when we click on this particular login page, and also we will create our register page. So at the end of our session, we can understand like how actually in practical e-commerce website will work and all. We will develop that also. So if you came this particular through, make sure to like, share, and subscribe this particular video and our channel. And don't forget the thing like we are actually working on this particular goal. So if you have any queries or some doubts on this particular session and improvements and suggestions which we want to give, and also any type of content suggestions like new topics which we are supposed to discuss, everything you can enter in our comment section. Our team will carefully review then give replies. Yeah, so don't forget to subscribe our channel, which was Tech, from which our main goal was to zero to hero development, and parallelly we are also giving our courses based on this DSA, and also we had given our main stack, and some of these